Hello, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are very fine. I, Reena Kela, your science teacher, welcome you to today's online lecture. Today we are going to learn very simple and interesting thing. Do you know, students? We are able to see everything around us just because of light. So, let's learn about our 12th chapter, that is light and shadow. First of all, we must know what is light. If you walk into a completely dark room, you will not be able to see anything as there is no light into the room. But if you light a candle, you will be able to see things around you. So, we can say that light helps us to see things around us. So, the light is a form of energy that helps us to see things around us. What is light? Light is a form of energy that helps us to see things around us. And we receive light from the natural source of light, that is sun, and candles, bulbs, tube lights, etc. that are man-made. Now let's talk about materials and light. Different materials allow different amounts of light to pass through them. Materials can be grouped based on the amount of light they allow to pass through them. So, materials are classified as transparent, translucent, and opaque. Materials are classified as transparent, translucent, and opaque. Let's do one thing. Take a clear glass and look through it. You will be able to see things clearly through it as it allows light to pass through. So, we can say that materials that allow all the light to pass through them are called transparent materials. Materials that allow all the light to pass through them are called transparent materials. For example, clear glass, clean water, and some kinds of plastic. You can see here some transparent materials. Now take a thin sheet of paper and look through it. You will be able to see things but not as clearly as through clear glass. This is because the sheet of paper only allows some amount of light to pass through it. So, we can say that materials that allow some amount of light to pass through them are called translucent materials. Materials that allow some amount of light to pass through them are called translucent materials. For example, colored glass, dirty water, and a sheet of paper rubbed with oil. Take one paper and rub it with oil. You will able to see things from it, but not clearly, so this is translucent material. Take your notebook or pencil box and look through it at a far away object. You will be unable to see anything through the notebook as it does not allow any light to pass through it. So, we can say that materials that completely block light are called opaque materials. Materials that completely block light are called opaque materials. For example, mud, wood, and mirror. Now, let's revise transparent, translucent and opaque. Materials that allow all the light to pass through them are called transparent materials. For example, clear glass. Materials that allow some amount of light to pass through them are called translucent materials. For example, colored glass. Materials that completely block light are called opaque materials. For example, mud, wood, mirror, etc. Here you can see 3 glasses. Out of this, one is transparent, another is translucent and third one is opaque. You can see this one is transparent, this one is translucent and this one is opaque. Here you can see picture of giraffe through different materials. If you are looking from transparent material, you can see clear image. If you are looking through translucent material, it is not a clear image, and if you are looking through opaque material, we can't see anything. Now let's discuss about luminous objects and non-luminous objects. Objects that give out light are called luminous objects. For example, sun, star, candlelight, bulb, etc. Objects that do not give out light are called non-luminous objects. For example, book, wall, table, chair, etc. Now let's solve textual exercise. You have to sort the following into the correct column. We have to sort luminous and non-luminous objects. First of all, candlelight, it is luminous object. Book, it is non-luminous object. Ball is non-luminous object. Stars, luminous objects. Light bulb, luminous object. Wall, non-luminous object. Carpet, non-luminous object. Glass, non-luminous object. Tube light, luminous object, and firefly is luminous object. Now let's discuss about shadow. All of you must have seen the shadow. You must have seen people sitting under the shade of a tree during sunny day. The shade of the tree is actually the shadow of the tree. You also have seen your shadow also. You can see shadow of the word shadow over here. When a translucent or an opaque object is placed before a source of light, a dark spot is formed on the side opposite to light. The dark spot is formed because translucent objects block some light, opaque objects block the light completely. So, the dark spot formed by a translucent or an opaque object when it blocks light is called a shadow. A dark spot formed by a translucent or an opaque object when it blocks light is called a shadow. Now let's understand shadow using this figure. Here sun is a source of light. The rays of sun falls on this tree. So the tree blocks the light of the sun and the dark spot is formed opposite side of the source of light. That is called a shadow. Here tree blocks the light of the sun and on the other side of the source of light dark patch is formed, that is shadow. As a tree is an opaque object and it does not allow light to pass through it, So tree block the part of the light and the other side of that is dark because their light does not reach, and that is shadow. The shadow is always formed on the opposite side of source of light that you can see over here. Transparent objects do not form shadow as they do not block light. As you know, transparent objects allow light to pass through them and not block the light, so they do not form a shadow. There are three things needed for a shadow to form. First one is a source of light. Second one is a translucent or an opaque object. And third one, a surface on which the shadow can be formed. For formation of shadow, a source of light is needed, then translucent or opaque object is needed, and surface on which a shadow can be formed, that is also needed. Here in this picture, teddy bear is blocking the source of light. Here the torch is a source of light, teddy bear is an opaque object, and the shadow is formed on the wall. So the wall is a screen where the shadow is formed. Now we will see the features of the shadow. A shadow is formed on the opposite side of the light source. For example, if you are facing the light, your shadow will be formed behind your back. And if your back is toward the light, your shadow will be formed in front of you. Here you can see a boy is facing the sun, the source of light, so his shadow is formed behind his back. A shadow is black even when the object is of any color. If you put any object of any color in front of light, the shadow will be always black. A shadow shows only the shape or outline of object, not details. For example, the shadow of a bag will show the shape of the bag, but it will not show details such as zip, buttons, etc. The size of the shadow depends on the distance between the object and the source of light. It also depends on the distance between the object and the surface where it is formed. Let's do an activity to show that the size of the shadow increases when the object is closer to the source of light, while the distance of the object from the screen increases. Place the lamp and the doll on a table as shown. Check out the shadow formed on the wall. Trace the shadow on the chart paper. Now bring the doll closer to the lamp. Repeat the step 3, that is, trace the shadow on the chart paper. You will observe that when the doll is near to the source of light, the shadow will be going to be bigger. So we can say that the size of the shadow increases when the object is brought closer to the source of light and distance of the object from the screen increases. Students, you have to do this activity at home. You have to take a torch and any of your toy, a ball or teddy bear like that, and change the distance from the source of light and see the shadow size. Have you ever noticed the size of your shadow at different times of the day? Shadows formed in the sunlight keeps on changing their size and direction during different time. As the position of the sun changes, the shadow changes too in size and the direction. The shadows in the morning and the evening are the longest. At the noon around 12 o'clock, shadows are the shortest as the sun is overhead. You can see a shadow of the stick at different time of the day in this picture. Now let's solve this textual exercise. Read the clues and unscramble the letters to find the correct answer. First one is shadow is shortest at this time on the day. It is noon. Second one is a clear glass is this kind of material. A clear glass is transparent material. Third one is this is a natural source of light. As you know, the natural source of light is sun. The shadow is formed in this color. Shadow is always formed in black color. Fifth one is a shadow is formed in this direction of the light source. Shadow is always formed in the opposite direction of the source of light. Sixth one is a cardboard doesn't let light to pass through because it is opaque. The cardboard is opaque as it does not allow light to pass through it. The butter paper allows some amount of light to pass through it. Thus, it is a translucent. You can make shapes of different animals using torch in the dark. Here are given some shapes using your hand you can do. Try to enjoy making shadows using torch and your hand. Thank you.